Good morning, class. Before we begin our prayer, Mr. Mendoza, can you lead us the prayer? Okay, thank you, Mr. Mendoza. So let's check our attendance. So who is the representative of the section? Activity 2L. Miss Faith. Can you check the attendance? Who is present today and who is absent? Thank you. So there's no absent today. So good, Mr. Activity 2L. So first is, before we move on to our new topic today, let's do a quick review and lesson. Can anyone tell me what discussed previously? Ms. Rita? What lesson we discussed previously? Okay, yes, that's right. We explore how food and preserve using various methods to extend shelf life and prevent spoilage. So, any answer, Mr. Nell? Oh, that's right, that's correct. So, we discussed what is the food preservation technique and the various method to extend shelf life and prevent spoilage of the food. So, before we start with our lesson today, I will play a video and I want you to pay attention carefully. And once the video is done, I will ask you to share thoughts and ideas about it. Are we clear of that? Now that you've seen the video, and what do you think the video is showing to us? And what did you learn from it? Yes, Ms. Samantha? Excellent ideas. Heat is the crucial method used to preserve food and make it safe for consumption. Let's now go deeper into the method and technique of heat application in food processing. Welcome to Activity 2L. Today we'll be exploring the various food processing and preservation technique. I am your student teacher, Charming Utub from Activity 3J FSM-A. So, on the slide, you see the specific objective we will aim to achieve by the end of our lesson. Mika, can you please read the first objective for us? Great. Now, let's move on to the second objective. Arnel, could you read for us? Thank you. Now let's read the final objective. Carla, can you read for us? Excellent. This objective will guide us in our discussion for today. let's begin by discussing food processing. Can someone read the definition? The definition is on the slide. Okay, excellent. Now, Ms. Rika, can you provide example of food processing? Yes, the making of juice from fruit or fresh fruit is a perfect common food processing example. So now let's move on to food preservation. Can someone share its definition? You can write it in the slide. Okay. Food preservation refers to the method that extends shelf life to the food, like freezing, drying, distillation, hot filling, and other heat application method. So now we're going to focus on various heat application used in food processing and preservation. Let's first look in sterilization, our first heat application. It is used high heat to destroy all microorganisms, excluded spores, ensuring the food is safe for long-term storage. This method is commonly used for canned goods. So, can anyone share or provide example that food that undergo sterilization? So, Ms. Love, would you like to answer? Exactly. These items are sealed in cans and high heat and is applied to ensure they remain safe and free from harmful organisms. So, the example is corned beef, meat in can or canned meat. So, that's great observation. So, other answer. Yes, Miss John. Yes, canned vegetables also go through the sterilization process that help keep them fresh and safe for months or even years, like corn, pickles, and other. So let's move on to the next, the hot filling. This method is involved heating food for target temperature, and it is filling it into the container, but it is still hot. It's often used for acidic or high sugar product. Can anyone share or think example of this hot filling method application procedure? Miss Rhea? Okay. Correct. Ketchup and jam are heated and then poured into jar while hot. This is help preserve their quality, extend their shelf life. So the best example of this is ketchup and jams. Though, another example. Yes, Miss Sweet. Yes, fruit juice are often hot filled into water to preserve their flavor and prevent microbial growth. So it is correct. The juice says. So now let's talk about blanching, the third heat application. So can you understand the two first heat application method, sterilization and hot filling? Okay. So can anyone explain why blanching is important to us or in food preservation? So yes, Nika. Perfect. Blanching is especially useful for vegetable that is help preserve their freshness and appearance. For example, freshness and appearance of the vegetable. So example nito is yung green beans. That if you want that your vegetable or when you eat vegetable it is crunch, you can blanch it. Blanch is we put vegetable in the hot water but in the short time. So we can preserve their freshness. It is crunch when we eat it, like when the blanch is like green beans, yes, and okra. Blanching is not only help for another important or another info of blanching or important of blanching that we need to know that it is help with texture and color but also lacks in nutrients. So if the food are fresh, it is lack of nutrients. So now let's move on to the canning process method that you all know, that common food preservation that you all know. This process involves sealing food in container and apply heat to kill microorganisms. Can someone provide an example of food that is canned? Everyone? So yes, Mr. Mark. That's right. Peaches that heat from 100 degrees for about 20 minutes to ensure they're safe for long-term storage. So other example, yes, Miss Angelica. great addition, tomato sauce, that we all know that we cook in spaghetti or Filipino spaghetti. So it is a perfect example of canning, as the heat treatment ensure it stays safe and flavorful. So let's move on to our pasteurization, our last heat application method. So this process involves heating food or beverage to a specific temperature to kill harmful microorganisms which help extend their shelf life. Can anyone give example for undergo pasteurization? So yes, Miss Kayla. Yes, milk is a common example of pasteurization. Milk is heated to kill harmful bacteria and extend its shelf life while preserving its taste and nutritional value. That milk that we can buy in supermarket. And other example of pasteurization? Yes, you're right. Orange juice and many other food juice that undergo pasteurization to ensure they're safe to drink and have longer shelf life. All this method is pasteurization, high filling. So orange juice and that orange juice, strawberry juice, grape juice that we can buy in supermarket, they use pasteurization method of preservation. Okay, so there are a lot of nutrients, but it is undergo pasteurization. So all this method of hot filling method, sterilization, the hot fillings, the blanching, the canning, and pasteurization are essential for food preservation and safety. So anyone, can you have a question for that? All of you understand the lesson, or the food processing, food preservation, the hot filling method, the sterilization, the hot filling, the blanching, the canning, and pasteurization? Okay. So now that we are learning different heat application method, that is pasteurization, sterilization, blanching, canning, and hot filling, that help to making food safe and prolong its shelf life. So can anyone summarize why heat is important in food processing method or food preservation? Yes, exactly. Heat is one of the most effective method for ensuring food safety and increasing its shelf life. So good job, 2L. So now let's check your understanding, and I distribute a short quiz. Answer the following question that based on what we discussed today. So I have five questions, and are 3 sentences each question. Okay. Are you finished, class, in our quiz? So the last slide is the assignment. So for your assignment, research one processed food product preserved using heat application, such as the heat application that we tackled today, the 4 or 5 heat application, and explain each step. So submit it in the next class discussion in our subject. Create the diagram and process and explain each step. You will submit into the next class. So that's all my lesson for today. I am glad that I will discuss that for today. So I am Charming Tudor ST, and now you can leave the meet. So thank you, everyone.